Shira, if I had to use one word to talk about Shira, again, I would say it's energy, right? It's kind of that moment just before this budding entrepreneur is going to hit out of the stratosphere and do some amazing things. So I would say energy is the one word that I would talk about when I think about Shira. So for me, when Shira came on board and they said, oh, we have the space in AUS, I was like, you have a space in AUS? This is life coming full circle. I studied here, I taught here, and now I get to have my design in one of these spaces. Shira for me is a platform for regional budding entrepreneurs, right? They create an ecosystem to keep, to nurture this talent and to help them grow to the next level. So as a self-starter kind of entrepreneur myself, it's something that resonated very strongly with me. Shira is a collaboration hub. It's also a prototyping hub. There's a coding lab within that very space in the American University of Sharjah. So for me, that space is very multidisciplinary. You can go and grab a coffee. You can have a one-to-one meeting in one of the knowledge pods. You have a large amphitheater seating area where people can do panel discussions, have presentations. It was quite challenging to fit in all these kind of different requirements within one space. I'm Pallavi Dean. I run a boutique design agency based right out of D3 here in Dubai Design District. And why did I get into design? So I think my earliest memories, since when I was 5 or maybe even younger than that, I'd always play with Lego. So I was obsessed with building structures. It's okay to go on Pinterest, but I'll never go on Pinterest in the concept stage. Or even if I do go on Pinterest in the concept stage of any of my, projects, it'll be in fields that are not related to interior design. I'll look at art, I'll look at jewelry, I'll look at fashion. I'll never look at interior design because it's so easy to be influenced. And it's like there's so many court cases about people who copy other people's music and they're like, oh my God, I didn't realize I was doing that because I heard this beat subconsciously. And I think design is a bit like that. You probably don't realize, but you are being influenced by seeing all these different things. I think a designer is more a sociologist, right? We observe human behavior. We kind of figure out what makes people tick, how they move through space, and how they react and interact with it. And I think as a designer, you observe this human behavior and then you curate spaces or experiences where these humans can be. And the other thing that really intrigued me about design is its ability to have an impact on how you feel.
As the late Karam Ismail Sharif Oghlu used to say, Dubai Water Canal in one word is an interface. That's the word that describes Dubai Water Canal the best. It's an interface between the water and the land, an interface between the Gulf and the rest of the Dubai. It's an interface between the modern Dubai and the Old Creek. Dubai Water Canal was one particular project in which we lived it all together. To do a project and to excel in it, you have to really live it. It's not just an assignment, it's not just something that you do so you get paid. And it was sincere effort from a team led by another lead designer. His name was Ismail Karam. He was the main foundation of the project, and again, he's an AUS graduate. And because of his hard work, we managed to basically result with getting different design elements that we had to design. Usually such elements tend to be a big competition, but because of the outstanding performance of Ismail Karam, the late Ismail Karam, by the way, he passed away a year ago, a friend and a colleague and more than that. So we got that chance, we got the opportunity, and we did it together. And definitely all the Dubai Water Canal was a great contribution to Dubai in general, and also to Karam especially. So my name is Tamer Fawzi Fadel Ismail. I'm basically senior architect / design manager. We get influenced by everything and anything. I think architect and a designer is meant to basically understand the surroundings, analyze them well, and I would believe that architects and designers' main task is to provide and at the same time to blend with the surroundings. For example, if you wake up early in the morning, 5 a.m. before anyone else, you have an advantage over everyone who wakes up at 8 o'clock. This is how you create time. And then by basically dedicating certain amount of hours for your work, for your design, for your assignments, for every other thing, that helps you systemizing your time, and so you get to deliver all the stuff you need within the required deadline.
One word? I mean, without being egotistical, I would say inspiring. And I think it's inspiring because not only was it really an achievement in such a short time frame, but also great architecture. And quality has not been compromised as a result. And it also allows architects local architects to look and see that we are able to actually, through thinking a little bit outside the box and thinking a little bit harder, investing our time and dedication. So Koa, rather than Koa Sales, Koa Canvas. So Koa is a development firm that is based out of Dubai, that is looking at developments in a new light, and it's catering to a growing demand for developments that really, nourish. I'm Tariq Al Zaharna. I'm founder of TZ Architects, which is a practice I founded in 2015. I don't keep up with trends. You can't. I don't think anyone should attempt to keep up with trends. I think my issue with trends is that trends are so available, and I think this is my biggest, too available rather. I think that's my biggest criticism of it, is that we're always looking to see what's happening elsewhere and what is cool and what is acceptable. You can learn from other projects that have been built or other projects that have been developed, absolutely. But I think to sort of, follow a trend, I think you're shooting yourself in the foot, because by the time you construct this said trend, it's already passed on and it's already moved on to another new trend. So, yeah, don't keep up with trends. You can't really build something and have the mistakes sitting there decades, hopefully. That's the biggest moment of regret that any architect would ever face. Everyone in any profession, and it's not specific to architects, should put in the hours. We have to jump through the hoops. You just have to. There's no easy way. I don't think there's just you just have to do the work. The process that I go through to design, it's almost like a relay race, and it's not a linear process at all. So it's, I typically, I believe I have a very sort of erratic and sporadic way of thinking. So what I do is, the best way to describe it is maybe sort of balancing several spinning plates in one go. So you're sort of thinking about one thing at one time, and you want to sort of document that somehow. And that could be through capturing an image, through sketching a moment.